welcome to my patra making masterclass.
Essentially what we're making here is a steamed colocasia roll, and colocasia, also known as elephant ears, are taro leaves, and they are huge, like humongous leaves. I'm going to show you exactly what they look like in our video tutorial, but they are huge leaves. We're going to make a delicious batter from tamarind and a little bit of jaggery, and that is going to be like hot and sweet and sour, and it's going to make your taste buds go like this because it's just so delicious. And you wouldn't believe that this is just like a few simple ingredients like leaves, a bit of chickpea flour, some spices, and you just roll it all up together, steam it, and then we're going to pan fry it, and that is going to give us those gorgeous like caramelized crispy edges that are so iconic of traditional patra. Now, if you want something a little lighter on the belly, then you can completely skip the pan frying part of this. You don't have to use any oil. Actually, if you are just making them steamed and you're going to eat them as they are steamed, which I love to do personally because I think they're completely delicious anyway, you can just leave it out and it's a completely oil-free snack as well. They are steamed and just super tasty. But if you want to go the whole hog and the extra mile and do it the traditional way, then what you can do is just pan fry these with a tadka or vaghaar, and I like to add mustard seeds and sesame seeds, asafoetida, and if you're gluten-free then make sure you buy the pure asafoetida. And they are so delicious. And if you can't get colocasia, then don't worry about it. You can always use any kind of big leafy greens. So I wouldn't go for like the tiniest baby spinach for this situation. But if you can get your hands on like spring greens, even like kale might work. You might need to cook it a little bit longer, but even kale, something robust and big that's going to be able to withstand all of that batter, all of that kind of manhandling when you're rolling it up, and you will be good to go.
Grab a link to the full list of ingredients in the description box below. Okay, so these are the colocasia leaves we need to make our patra. They're also known as elephant ears, which is very cute. The first thing we need to do is wipe our colocasia leaves clean with a damp kitchen towel. Be sure to do the front and the back. Use a sharp paring knife to laterally remove the thick spine that runs down the leaf. Think of it as shaving rather than cutting it out completely. Continue this process for all of the veins that branch out from the center of the leaf. This is an important step, so take your time and ensure you trim off much of the thick parts. Once it's complete, the colocasia leaf should feel floppy when you pick it up. Now repeat this step for all of the leaves. Although I haven't experienced it myself, many people say that if you eat patra without the veins removed, it can cause an itching sensation in your throat, which I don't fancy having. Now let's make the tamarind and jaggery batter that's going to adhere all of these leaves together. Take chickpea flour in a large bowl, add rice flour, ground cinnamon, ground cloves, ground fennel seeds, some ground cumin seeds, a small pinch of bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, chili powder, and salt. Whisk everything together to get the dry ingredients combined. Now add some grated or crushed ginger, some green chili paste, fresh tamarind paste. I've made this just using these fresh tamarind pods and some water. They've been boiled until soft and then the seeds have been sieved out. and jaggery melted in some warm water. Now slowly add water, whisking all the time to ensure that you remove as many lumps as possible. Continue whisking for about 3 to 4 minutes until the paste is smooth, like a thick American pancake batter. You can use tamarind paste from concentrate as well, but be sure to use less of it as it's much more sour. My number one tip for making patra is to ensure that you taste the batter as you go along. This is really important. You might think that it's a bit overkill on chili, salt, jaggery and tamarind, but all of those flavors need to marry well so that the final patra can stand up and sing with flavor. Now set it aside for 10 minutes. To assemble our patra, we need to organize the colocasia leaves by size. Once you have your leafy lineup in order, the assembly process will begin with the largest leaves. On a clean surface, take your first colocasia leaf. It should be the biggest one of the lot. Face it dull side up. Top the leaf with a large spoonful of the batter. Use a rubber spatula or your hands to spread the batter all over the leaf to cover every inch of it. This is traditionally done using the hands. Now take the second largest leaf and place it dull side up in the opposite direction to the first leaf. It should look a bit like a butterfly, the 4 corners resembling wings. Repeat the spreading process so that the second leaf is covered and place the next leaf in the opposite direction once again. Once you've stacked 5 leaves, cover the final one with more batter. Fold one side of your leafy stack down to the center. Repeat it for the other side so that the leaves meet in the middle. It should form a rough rectangle. Cover it with yet more batter, which is essentially acting like glue. Now starting from the short side, begin to form a tight roll. Ensure the roll is as tight as it can be without the batter squeezing out or the leaves breaking. You should now have a fat log. Rub any remaining batter on the outside of the log and stick down any loose ends. I've doubled the recipe today to make 2 so that I can stow 1 stash away in the freezer for later. To steam the patra, place a metal ring inside a large pan. Fill the pan with about 3 to 4 centimeters of hot water. Now place a greased metal tray on top of that ring and put the patra log on top. Make sure the water doesn't touch the tray. Cover the pan with a tight-fitting lid and steam the patra over a medium-high heat for around 25 minutes. Alternatively, you can use a conventional steamer if you have one. To test if the patra are ready, carefully remove the lid from the pan. Prick through the center with a cocktail stick, like you would if you were testing the doneness of a cake. If the cocktail stick comes out clean, it's ready. Carefully remove the patra from the steamer and allow to cool completely at room temperature. If you'd like to pan fry your patra the traditional way for a crispy finish, then slice the cooled patra into 1/2 centimeter pieces using a sharp knife. For the tadka, heat oil in a large frying pan. Add mustard seeds and wait for them to finish popping. Next, some asafoetida and sesame seeds. At this point, you can also add fresh curry leaves, which taste divine. I didn't have any today, so I'm not going to add them. Arrange the patra slices in the pan and cook them on both sides until golden brown and crispy all over. So crispy. Remove the patra from the pan and garnish them with fresh coriander leaves. The ultimate guide to homemade patra. These steamed colocasia leaves are rolled with sweet and sour tamarind paste inside. Pan fry them for a crispy, vegan and gluten-free Indian snack. Serve warm or at room temperature with masala chai. And while you're here, please do subscribe to my channel for more Indian vegetarian comfort food recipes.